if I wasn't convinced that like over half of the internet is like spammers, scammers, trolls, and racists, I would probably be a little bit more grateful about all the subscribers that I'm getting. But I am still grateful for the subscribers that I'm getting because, I had this channel for like at least a good. I had this channel since 2006, so like a decade and a half, and I'm just now getting recognition for it, and it's really surprising because the one thing I didn't want to get recognition for is the thing I'm getting recognition for. I always hated, the idea that, you can become successful on YouTube just by sitting in front of a camera and talking. And if you hear any noise in the background, that's the roomies. As you can obviously tell from my last few videos, I got two of them, and you've only seen like one. Well, I got three of them actually. um, in the process of me having this channel for as long as I've had it, 15 years, I just want to go ahead and take some time to point out, on the off chance that I do become successful, I don't know, it could happen. I'm starting to like see a spike in subscriber count for some weird reason, so anything is possible. You can become a celebrity overnight. But I'm aware that I've had this channel for a long time, so somebody's gonna look at my channel, and the first thing they're gonna do is look for anything that may upset or offend them. And I'm not gonna lie to you, you might find something. You just might. Like 15 years ago, I was like 17 or 18. So it's not impossible that I may have done something to upset someone back then. But I'm gonna go into a completely different direction with this. If I did anything to upset you in my past few videos, I apologize. It was never really my intent to offend anyone in any way for anything that I'm doing. I'm not trying to, hurt anybody's feelings or just be a bully and jerk. I just clearly was trying to get my channel a little bit more views by doing something that I thought was different in a time where doing stuff like whatever it is you may disagree with was probably seen as cool or different. So there's yeah, you might find something, but just know that it's not really anything worth being upset of. Like, I don't want you to think that I'm doing this stuff on purpose. However, if you do find yourself enjoying whatever it is I'm doing, I want you to basically, you know, if you see something that you don't like, I want you to pay attention to the date. That's one thing. I also want you to maybe just come up to me and talk to me about it. Just be like, hey, what was the meaning of this thing? And why this? Because I would like to rather have a dialogue instead of being told, hey, you did something wrong and I don't like you for it. And if I did do something wrong and you don't like me for it and you don't want to have a dialogue, then by all means cancel me. I am not successful. I am not famous. I am not some big-headed jerk. If if you are upset about whatever it is I've done, then just know that clearly I'm not going to try to force you to be on my side or agree with me on anything. But I don't want you thinking, oh, this guy really did something to hurt me and he's not going to apologize. I just did. I'm not going to ever tell you to take my side or anything like that. If you feel like I did something worth canceling me for and you don't want to actually talk about it, then cancel me. You don't have to enjoy anything I do. I'm not going to try to beg for you to come back, nothing like that. It's no big deal. I've been I want to say up until a couple of months ago, I only had like about 151 subscribers. And I'm pretty sure most of those cats were bots or people who don't even use YouTube anymore. So to say that I got 188 now, I mean, if I lost all 30 of those in a couple of days because I did something that they didn't like, I wouldn't be upset. And speaking of didn't like, why is there a dislike button on YouTube? It doesn't make any sense. I feel like the dislike button is simply for trolls. It's just simply so trolls can have something to do that isn't rude. It's just like a most passive aggressive. I don't like this person, so I'm gonna watch the video and then press the. No, I'm gonna watch the video for a second and then press the dislike button. It's like you could have easily just not watched the video. So I mean, if it was up to me, there wouldn't be a dislike button because of the fact. I'm not necessarily saying that there would be a only like button, but it's just like if people didn't like the video, they probably wouldn't have watched it. Or if they didn't like the video, they will more than likely, leave a comment about something that they didn't like. Trolls are annoying, and they're annoying and they're everywhere, and it's really kind of annoying that you give them the power to do this sort of thing. So there's that. But yeah, though, I don't really, like the whole idea about cancel culture, in my opinion, first off, I don't think it exists because I don't think anybody's ever been successfully canceled before. It's like until somebody is dead broke on the street looking for work, I don't think anybody's ever been canceled. But if you ever just know that I would like to be somebody who takes accountability for what I do because I'm not great, I'm not perfect, I make mistakes. And, if you're hurt by something that I did, I can't tell you that I didn't hurt you. All I can do is just say, my bad, and I hope I don't hurt you again. With that being said, happy Halloween. I probably might not open this right now. The crinkling of the bag will probably be so loud, but I'll probably do it next week or something. But yeah, though, there's a lot that's going, into, like being just able to take accountability. And I just know in the 15 years that I've had both of my YouTube accounts, both active, by the way, somebody's going to be like, hey, you did something I didn't like. And I'm going to be like, my bad. So, I am glad that I do have new subscribers. Thank you for, the support or whatever. But like on Instagram, for example, there's like people who like follow you and like all your stuff just so you can give them money so they can give you more money back. Like, what's up with that, There's a thing on Vice talking about money laundering. I'm going to look into that and see if that's what that is. It's on TikTok too. That's another thing. Like, hey, you want some more money? You got to give me money first. No. I am poor. Also, moving along, there has been currently a weird phrase going on about people being too sensitive nowadays, which I just think is the biggest load of crap. Like, when I was a kid growing up, if you fit into any sort of negative stereotype in any way, shape, or form, you were going to get, like, harassed about it, and you just were supposed to sort of take it. Like, as I said before in my bullying video, I really don't like the idea that people used to measure strength off of how much you could endure. It's like, because like for some people in this, like, back then, the only two options to getting bullied was either endure it or defeat the person who is bullying you. You couldn't lose. You had to stand up to the bully and defeat them. Because if you stand up to your bully and lose, now you got 5 more people who want to bully you all of a sudden. Because that was the rules, apparently. So either endure or defeat. But like nowadays, you're starting to see people starting to realize that being a bully isn't as cool as it used to be. Being a bully doesn't have the same sexy zeal as it used to. People are starting to see this stuff and they're starting to say, you know what? I don't think that that's cool. I don't think that that's right. So now you got more people saying this stuff. And I feel like the sensitive people or the people who are complaining the most are the bullies who are just upset that they are starting to lose their grip on things. You can sort of see this shift. Like the meek are now starting to speak up for themselves and starting to basically say that stuff like they're starting to call things out now. Being a homophobe is not cool anymore. Being a racist was never cool. Like you're starting to see these people who are trying so hard to cling on to something that is awful and terrible, because in their brain it's still good, it's still cool, it's still worth doing. And they're complaining that it's not. Like, man, there used to be a time when that time is gone. Bruh, people are too sensitive nowadays. Nope. Times are just changing. You need to get with it. You once upon like people, people used to write with a people up in here just writing with pens and pencils nowadays. What's up with that? People up in here using cell phones nowadays. What's up with that? It's like, man, you gotta go with the times. You're gonna either go with the times or you can stick to your values that are kind of trash now. That's just how it goes. I do feel like we need to start like having more conversations about these things, because we hold on to traditions and stuff way too much and we don't know why. As I think I said too many times before, I don't like traditions. I don't like I would like traditions if there was actually something beneficial towards them, but traditions in America is basically who can we mistreat and make miserable. And I'm like, I am completely not okay with that. You know, like I love how right now, Columbus Day is now Indigenous Peoples Day, because people are starting to say, you know what, Columbus was a sociopath. We don't like him no more. He ain't part of the he ain't part of this club anymore. We're starting to break away from awful people being awful and just welcoming and respecting it. It's not about being sensitive as much as it's simply about being a decent human being. I probably might do a follow up to this because there's a lot more stuff I want to talk about. But for right now, love, peace, and be safe out there. And I'll take it easy.